chapter 13 next. What will happen to Corey? He's in the van. The van is taken off toward Culverton. What about the boys? Travis and Mark, they're riding on their bikes, chasing them. When is the sheriff going to get there? What about Maria Dolores and Mark's dad and the parents? Oh, remember they said they weren't supposed to be investigating. They were just supposed to be checking things out and calling the police, which they did. But when is everything going to come together? What's going to happen next? We have to check the case of the dog-napped cat, chapter 13. Are you ready? Oh, all right. The boys headed for the road. They charged through the tangled grass of the fields. They slid and rolled over the dangling barbed wire. They pounded through the thick pasture grass. Their bikes still lay propped on the bank of the road, along with Corey's. Travis took off. "Hey," Mark said, "maybe we should wait for the sheriff." "He can catch up with us," Travis yelled back. "Come on!" Mark pushed off. It took every bit of energy he had left to catch up with Travis. The two boys turned at the Culverton Road, and they rode silently toward Culverton, pushing hard. A mile down the road, they came to a crossroad gas station. Mark flagged Travis down. "Phone," he said, breathless. Travis nodded. The two boys crunched into the gravel shoulder and fished in their pockets for change. They pooled what they had and counted out 72 cents. Mark first called his mother. Mark called first. His mother didn't waste any time discussing the situation. When Mark hung up, he knew his father would be in Culverton soon, maybe before he got there. Travis made his call. "Aunt Jan won't be home," he said. The phone rang and rang. "Okay, I told you I could take care of myself anyway." He looked at Mark. "Do we go on or wait here?" "We go on," Mark said. "Corey must be scared stiff." They reached Culverton 15 minutes later and found the warehouse in the area of condemned buildings. It was old and apparently deserted. The boys parked their bikes and inspected the building. "Reckon we got it wrong?" Mark whispered. "I thought sure Dad would be here by now, or at least the sheriff. Maria Dolores left a long time ago." "You can't depend on other people," Travis said. "See the broken window up there?" Mark opened his mouth to reply, but Travis was already running toward the building. Mark followed. At the back of the building, they found the fire escape. Travis leaped and caught the folded end. He and Mark pulled it down. Then they crept up the metal steps. The door at the top was had a strong working lock. Mark hung over the edge of the rail and peered through the broken window. Travis had seen from below. He heard a faint bark from the depths of the building. "They're here," he said, "and we can get in this way." Travis nodded. They edged cautiously across the railing. Mark swung in the window first, and Travis followed. Mark stepped over empty paint cans and a stack of old drop cloths. Travis landed quietly behind him. They stared around at the dimly lit space. Dusty boxes towered nearly 8 feet high on either side of them. "It's a storage loft," Mark whispered. Just as Travis opened his mouth to answer, they heard a voice. Using the boxes for cover, they moved toward the edge of the loft. Mark squeezed past a row of boxes and crouched by the railing of the loft. Right below him was the van. The back door gaped open. Corey lay on the van floor, gagged and tied. So gagged means they put something over his mouth so he couldn't talk. Okay? "What'll we do now?" Travis asked. "I don't know," Mark said. "We can't get to Corey without being seen. We'll have to wait for Dad." Will he be able to handle these two? Travis sounded skeptical. My dad can do anything, Mark said firmly. The boys edged into position where they could see and hear what was being said, then settled down to wait. Albert paced nervously back and forth. High footsteps echoed hollowly in the quiet. I wish I had never come to this town, he complained. Do you think something may have followed us here? Mark nudged Travis as the man glanced nervously back into the shadows of the warehouse. What followed us here? Asked Mick. That thing, Albert said. It nearly knocked the door off the hinges. I tell you, it slung me clean into the hall. You let the dogs jump you. Then you explain the razor marks on the mattress and those awful wails in the night, Albert whined. And the garbage thrown all over the kitchen. What on earth would do that? Mark exchanged a puzzled glance with Travis. Then there had been nothing else in that house except Samson. Mark began to grin. A torn mattress? Spilled garbage? Spooked dogs? The facts clicked through his mind, and they all added up to one big cat, Samson. That tall man is afraid of Samson, he whispered to Travis. But he doesn't know it's Samson. He doesn't know what caused all the strange things that happened to them. Sounds like he's awfully suspicious. He sat back and thought for a minute. Finally he whispered, I know how we can fix them. He passed some things on the way in that would come in handy right now. Let's take a look in the back of the loft. Okay, so that is the end of chapter 13. You'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what happens. Will Mark's dad get there? Will the sheriff come? What will Travis and Mark do? What are they going to use? We'll have to wait till next time. And our secret word is trapped. Okay? I know, we did it before, but we'll do it again. All right? Bye.